solved a 10-year-old problem this Saturday for about $50 in a couple of hours. I should have done a long time ago. Here's the story. My driveway is really steep because my house sits down below grade. And so as I leave the flat road and go down this driveway, my car would scrape and make this horrific noise. And I've lived here for almost a decade. And I found out that if I drove just the right angle and slowed down, I could most of the time succeed, but I was still scraping every now and then. My wife's minivan was fine because it had more clearance. Well, we just got her a new van, and it's evidently lower, and now it's scraping. And I thought, I've got to fix this. And so I thought, well, maybe I could air up the tires a little bit more. Maybe I tried all these different things, and I finally asked my 4-year-old to hold my camera down at ground level back by the mail, safely out of the way, so I wasn't going to run over, and record in slow motion as I went over this driveway apex here. And I could see exactly what was happening. And I found out that it wasn't the steepness of the driveway at all. It was actually this little depression that the engineers had put in to route water away. It's really stupid. I'd never even noticed it before. Once I saw what the problem was, I said, I know how to fix this. I got some plywood just to test it. And sure enough, car went down quietly. Then I did a little research, found out that I could buy a bag of blacktop for like $20 at Home Depot. So I went and got a couple bags, and I re-engineered this thing. It was easy. And now both cars go down without scraping. That's a problem that had frustrated me literally every single day of my life for almost a decade, and I thought it was intractable. I thought it couldn't be solved because I can't lift my house, I can't make the driveway less steep. It's just a problem I've got to deal with. But actually, once I analyzed the problem and I committed to solving it, I figured it out. And on a Saturday afternoon for $50, I solved the problem. What kind of problems have you accepted in your life? Things like, I just am a forgetful person. I always lose my keys. You can solve that. You can buy a little key tag that, your phone will tell you where it is, or you can make it beep. Or you could put a hook in a particular place and just commit to always hanging my keys there. What kinds of other problems, big or small, you probably have chronic frustrations, things that recur all the time that you could solve if you just analyzed the problem, thought about all the possible approaches, applied a little creativity. Maybe for $50 in a couple hours, you could solve a 10-year-old problem. And think about the energy that unlocks. The time, the creativity, man, it's great. And it tells your brain, look, I'm not a victim. I'm not just like the recipient of what life throws at me. I can actually improve my situation. It's a much better way to live your life. Evaluate what problems you have and figure out how to solve them and unlock this freedom and energy.